Hello, this random life. Yes, I said hello. Don't know why, but I did. Back at the Ocala Mall with Luz Zunika. I normally don't carry notes on me and stuff, but you are a very interesting human. After
Thank
just
you.
a small conversation with you the other day, I'm very impressed with what you got here. Now, I know that you create a lot of things that you have in your store.
Yes.
What do you actually make here, which is a lot?
Okay, so I make soaps. I make body butter. I make body splash. We make nail polish. I make my roll-ons. I make my clay little figurines. That today I'm working on some mermaids. I do crochet. I paint on the side. I dabble with some prints that I do.
Awesome. So you just a book of all
Yeah.
type of things that you can do. That's awesome. I really like that. And the name Lu Zunika, I have such a problem saying it, means unique light.
Yes.
That is crazy. Can you tell me a little backstory on how that name came to be?
Okay, so Lusunica was brought about because my dad had asked me to come up with a business name. At the time, I made candles. So it kind of, without me realizing it, I into I put into what I make the name
Yeah.
as Luz
Yeah.
from candle,
Yeah.
Unica, unique.
Unique.
So unique light.
That's
So once I gave it to him, I was like, I gave it to him, but it came back to me.
yeah. And now you're creating this wonderful thing, which I mean, it looks beautiful, but all
Thank
beauty,
you.
there's a little bit of pain. What kind of challenges did you have getting this
Getting
started?
here, oh wow. Okay, so I got this started when I kind of was going into another business venture, but it was taking so slow that I needed something.
Okay.
So I was like, one day, I don't know what, I was always afraid to work with lye, and that is one of the natural chemicals that you got to work with to be able to get that sponification going.
Okay.
I was always scared because I heard so many stuff. People can get burned. Lye
Okay.
is used for other stuff. And I
Yeah.
started looking into it, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go for it.
Okay.
So got myself my lye, already had some of my oils, started small. I said, let me see how this goes. Did my first thing of soap, and I was hooked.
Yeah.
I was hooked.
Do you remember what scent or what your soap looked like?
Okay, so the first one I did was just like a plain mint soap.
Okay.
It was a little bit green, rustic. But the funny part was it was my first soap. I was so excited.
Of course.
I'm like amped up. This is my soap. I made soap. I'm going to cut this soap. When I was just about to cut it, somebody took my glory and went like this.
Oh,
Cut it
no.
for me.
Oh, so they stole your first cut.
They stole my first cut.
Wow.
And I was like,
But you got hooked after that.
but I got hooked and
That's
I
good.
started making different soaps. I wanted to make colorful soaps. I wanted to make natural soaps. I wanted to make any type of soap that I could.
What's your favorite kind of soap that you're making today?
Okay, well, today I'm after work, I'm going to be making Love Spell soap.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people like Love Spell for the obvious reasons because they recognize it with Victoria's Secret kind of scent, like a dupe off of
I remember
that.
the movie back in the day. Love Spell. Love Potion.
Love Potion.
Love Potion #9. Sorry, my bad.
It's
Love Spell.
fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's like cotton candy, right? Something
And
like
then
that.
it has a unique fragrance to it, but people love it. So I was like, okay, I'll make this soap, and so we can add it like the body splash and the roll on and stuff.
Wow.
So now we're trying to integrate it into being like a scent design.
Yeah.
So before we do this, okay, this scent, this scent, this scent, but now it's like, okay, this scent, we want to put it with this cream, with this body splash. So that's where it's going now.
That makes sense. So then, like when you get to the bathroom, if you want to smell exactly like that,
that you have
skin
everything
to lotion
head to toe.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
So that's where we're heading to now. Of course, being a small business, you have to add some levels of retail in it. Just because it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you can't pretend that just one bar of soap is going to pay the rent.
Yeah.
So, you know, you put stuff that is related to your bath and body products and stuff like that. I just love it. I love doing it. It's a passion.
And that's probably why you're succeeding. I think a lot of people that actually are passionate about what they're doing succeed in what they're doing.
Yeah.
And especially with what you're doing here, I mean, your shop is beautiful. You have
Thank you.
everything all set up, all nice and neat. Even the like the your clay things that
Oh, my clay
you got
things.
from the other company, you have it in such a neat place that it's like an accent to your store,
Store.
not just another product. It's very fun to
Mhm.
look at. Now, being a store here at the Ocala Mall, if there's anybody else trying to not get into your niche, but trying to get a business started here, what's any good advice you'd give them?
Well, I recommend always if you're a small vendor and you want to know how people are going to react to your product, what product they're going to like, I recommend doing vendor events.
Okay.
It was hard for me to get into Ocala, even though I live directly in Ocala. It was a little bit easier for me to go to Bellevue and all those activities. The doors
Okay.
kind of opened up over there a little bit more. But being a vendor, you have to actually go online, check what events are going on around town, um, take down the numbers, start making the phone calls, have a calendar in front of you, and start marking out events that you want to participate in.
Mm-hmm.
Because eventually, if it's not just a hobby and it's not just something to, like, oh, I need vacation money,
Yeah. Yeah.
if it's not just that, you want to grow little by little, but you also want to know what your public thinks of your
Of
product.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good thinking. Smart. And it would definitely help going to different vendor locations and
Locations, you have to call them, you have to ask them when is it a good time to
mm-hmm.
register with them. They give you the site or they take your card over the phone, and you got to be careful, like everything, that you're not going into scams or
Of
anything. You
course.
want to make sure that they're events that are for town.
Now, something like events like that, where they would help you get with your a new customer base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
New
and then when
customer
you get
base.
something like this, you have people come to your store, and so it would
Yep.
always help out. I always believe that, like I said, like people who are passionate about their thing, succeed. I think time, passion, determination, all those things. As long as you work towards it, you're gonna succeed.
Yeah.
And I see that's what you're doing here, and
Yeah.
I only see you getting bigger, especially because you got something. You got something here. Do you have
Well,
any extra words you want to say to the audience?
I just say I do tell people, if you do have a passion, if you have a dream, follow your dream. Everybody has something that they're good at. They just, sometimes life gets in the way and we don't take the time to discover what we're good at. There's so many times I've had people tell me, "Oh, I wish I could do a job in my house." I had a teacher tell me that, tutoring,
Yeah.
tutoring. So you just have to know where your niche is, what you're good at, what you like to do, and what you love to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then stick to it, and then
Yeah.
play hardball while you're in it.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, thank you,
Thank
everyone
you.
from Lou Zunika.
Losing.
Thank you, and love you guys. Do aliens already live on Earth? Oh, you're done with the podcast. Well, thank you for watching this Random Life, and thank you for checking on our vendors. If you want to become a vendor, come on down to the Ocala Mall, 3711 East Silver Spring Boulevard. And if you want to be a part of the podcast, This Random Life, come on down to the Ocala Mall, 3711 East Silver Spring Boulevard. Remember, This Random Life is filmed in front of a live audience, and it is free to be on. So please donate to the cause. Thanks, fans. Thanks, friends. And thanks, family. Check you on the next one. Did I just do it? Did I just